Hey everybody, welcome to Brick Vault. Today is another LEGO Top 10 MOCs of the Week episode where I show you the coolest custom creations I happen to find people building in LEGO bricks throughout this last week. Some episodes were missed recently, so I have added a few extra builds, not just within this last week, but the last couple. Links to everybody I'm talking about and more are all in the description below if you want to learn more about these designers that I'm showcasing in this episode. And before we jump in first, let me just say that the custom building instructions that have popped up in the web store this week come from the designer Marcin. This is the Venator. It is an amazingly detailed, massive ship. There's quite a lot of internal details for the hangars, which is pretty fun. And if you want to build this for yourself or see the full video, remember links to everything in the description below. That's brickvault.toys. And now let's check out some honorable mentions of the week. Dale Harris has this massive model, the Fortress of Falkenhort. Zio has this amazing mansion. The title here is The Resistance for the Governor General of Taiwan. Remember, if you follow the links, you will be able to find many more closer details, which I think is definitely worth it if you got the time. Ralph Salzberg has the YF-22 ATF prototype. Stefan Johansson has a wonderful custom version of Aragog. Kirill Simmerzin built the cruiser Kirov 1941. Wonderful details. Here's another awesome castle build. This is Kalstark Stronghold from the designer Lewis of Nutwood. The title is Radon 86 from Yuri Badiner. Marco Dubon built a Lego Micro Iron Man Mark 43 with the minifigure head to sort of scale with the rest of the body. Funny Stuffs has Lego Attack on Titan, Aaron vs. Reiner. Nanan Zhang has an asteroid carrier, which is a really fun little micro concept. Marcus Robler's Brickscalibur 2021 trophy. This is Juggling Jester. Jonas Cram has the best title, I think, for the last couple of weeks, General Clevis. If you can find a better mock title, please let me know. Redverse built PB Vader, Master of Mythical Creatures and Coat Dudes. Here's a teaser from John Hall. We don't have a full image yet of his new S-34 Pelican, but it looks really cool. Classical Bricks has Paris from 1794. Victor built the Royal Dalton Bulldog Union Jack. Forlorn Empire has the Garden Gateway. And Blue Builder built Mirage, a very colorful scene with a wonderful design for a waffle cone. Okay, let's jump now into top 10 of the week. I feel like I was in the mood for scenes now that I'm really taking a look at what my 10 favorites were. From Inthert, this is Ring Rise. So this is a multi-leveled image with some forced perspective. I love the stalactites and stalagmites. It's a very clean and alien-like cave structure. There must be atmosphere on this planet because the astronaut has taken off their helmet. You can see a bit of rock detailing in the distance and what I assume are maybe rings of a close-by planet, or perhaps the planet that this astronaut is on. That's done with just a bunch of plate details that are slowly bending, and it makes for a very complete and wonderful sci-fi atmosphere. The next one is from Ventum Vox. The title is Don't Piss Off the Ogre. I don't think I really have to explain the context of this scene to you too much. Love the build for the massive ogre. Always a fan of minifigure arms outlining angry eyes. The build for the body itself has some wonderful shapes, and let's hope that the carriage can outrun a very large, very angry beast. There are some great colors here, great building techniques, and now let's jump on over to another LEGO scene. This is from W. Navarre. The title is Moonblade. It's a pretty dramatic scene that we've got going on. One of the main building techniques that really grabbed my attention here was the idea for the roof detailing. Very much like water or rocks, there's always a different way to approach a build for a roof in terms of different small Lego brick connections. This time the builder decided to use mixel joints, which is a really interesting approach. It almost feels like we're looking at a painting. The bamboo kind of nestles up right against the building. We have a large moon perhaps in the background, all brick built, and then maybe we're looking at crashing waves in the distance. It's sort of hard to tell, but it is certainly a very eerie and dramatic looking overall atmosphere. Number 7 is also from W. Navarre. I just cannot get over some of these scenes that have been put forward. The title is He Chose Poorly. Of course, we're looking at the final scene from Indiana Jones 3 with the Holy Grail. The cave detailing is excellent. The ornate table display looks very detailed, and this whole scene really does transport you right back to this moment in the film. Now we've jumped on over to a micro scale design from the builder Marcin Otreba. This is Spirit Bathhouse from the movie Spirited Away. Wonderful design for the arched bridge detailing that cuts across from sort of the real world into the spirit world. He even has all the excellent little side, less pretty details of the bathhouse with the narrow stairs that lead down to the boiler room by the water, the staff housing, and he even managed to light up this MOC to really make it look alive in the darkness. Really fun micro detailing techniques were used for this creation. And then if you're keeping track of the numbers, this is number 5 in the lineup from PaulvilleMOCs. This is Cheerios Spacecraft. I don't know if the description says it, but this does feel like it could be a racing spaceship. The Cheerios logo kind of looks like it could be a sponsor. And this is just one of those fun models that has a nice balance between maybe more realistic and rugged shapes and strange, dramatic, sharp cutting angles. The wing detailing has that nice bit of separation where they're kind of split in the middle, the halfway point. I like the large light details in the front. And then we have some more logistical or mechanical looking details for support arms towards the back that lead to the main thrusters. It's just a very creative spaceship design. Lots of fun techniques were used to knock out this very specific looking model. And now we've jumped over to a designer Joe, or J&J Bricks, and the title here is A Plague Tale Feasting. So it's another one of these full scenes built out of Lego bricks. The back walls have some excellent details. I like the stone floor detail as well as the carpets with all the different cape pieces, but really the main point of focus is all the food on the table, the figures of course feasting, and the excellent stained glass art in the background. This whole model shows off a variety of different expert techniques that all kind of come together in a wonderful harmony, and it's also lit quite well. The mood seems a little bit dark, like there could be a betrayal right around the corner. Now we're jumping over to an absolutely incredible model here. This is Into the Mirror Dimension. It's inspired from Spider-Man No Way Home. The designer is Lego Nuts, and according to the description, I do think that this is in fact a physical Lego build and not a digital render. The micro details for the buildings are absolutely excellent. There's so much variation both in color and technique and shapes and sizes. Plus, they're all attached to a very intricate kind of train track piece collage, I suppose, as a base, which allows for this arc. And it's allowed for such a unique scene that only very few people, I think, would ever really be able to pull something like this off just in Lego bricks. The lighting is also excellent. There's that nice soft focus, but not too out of focus bit for the background. It really does give you an idea of depth, and it's just a super impressive looking creation. Now here's some more forced perspective. Once again, I told you I had a theme going for this week. Lots of models with full scenes built out of Lego bricks. This is from Dan the Fan. The title is The Lonely Pilot. So what we have here is this somewhat narrow looking space for living quarters, but also probably maintenance and maybe a few other knickknacks. I like the wood floor tiling, the broken away wall details, tons of fun sort of personality and atmosphere, little builds kind of strewn about the interior, and then this fantastical looking sort of ancient steampunky ornithopter that's on something like a cloud platform in the distance. It really paints together a full fantasy scene quite well, and you're just kind of instantly transported into a completely different world. Tons of fun details to notice the closer and closer you look here. And now we're jumping into the last model of the week, and it really is on another level. I think perhaps my favorite cyberpunk scene that I've ever seen so far. There's so much happening that it kind of becomes difficult to really start placing and pinpointing certain details that pop out to you in a significant way. From the designer Stefan Formentano, this is New HASHIMA, Sector 8. This is just a small section of an island megacity, so you can see that there are streets built directly onto the water. There's actually no land here. And then a second elevated walkway area that goes around the buildings. The buildings themselves are incredibly smooth and curvy. They have strange shaped windows. Other ones look a little bit kind of like older or more traditional. And it's just a fantastical, strange conglomeration of different architecture designs and approaches, combined with lights, different strange bright colors, all kinds of crazy characters. And in terms of being transported into another world, this designer really gave you a lot more meat to chew on in terms of a visual feast. Remember, check out the links in the description below if you want to see more close-up details for these models. I highly recommend you do so if you got the time. This model probably benefits maybe the most out of that recommendation. So anyways, that is my personal favorite top 10 MOCs of the week. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end of this video. If you enjoy our content, feel free to like, subscribe, comment, share, and we'll see you next time at Brick Vault.